Rockefeller is one of the most important names in world business. The Rockefeller family has been the most recognizable face of old money in America for more than 100 years. Oil, banking, and investments have given them a lot of money, power, and a heritage. Markets, businesses, and even whole industries have been changed by the choices they made. The Rockefeller family office has now announced a huge change that has shocked the whole world. The foundation of a single trust that is backed by XRP and worth $500 million per coin. The repercussions of this news are huge. The Rockefellers have been keeping American history alive for many years, and yet, here they are, fully confident in the future. The trust that is being talked about as the future of protecting wealth is not a risky business. This is a planned and calculated shift of power from real estate, stocks, bonds, commodities, and other tangible assets to a digital ledger. The family's advisors stress that standard finance is going through a major structural change. Inflation, demands from centralized banks, and changes in global money make traditional holdings riskier because it is fast, can be scaled up, and is stable enough for institutions. XRP is a great choice to be the core of what could be the most important financial plan of the century. The news sent shockwaves through the markets right away. Analysts had a hard time understanding the scale. A family office that is known for taking care of assets worth tens of billions of dollars by turning everything into digital tokens. The vote wasn't just a yes vote, that's what it said. The implied floor of $500,000 per XRP was no longer just a guess or estimate. It happened because institutions in the real world asked for it to. It was easy to understand. Everyone in the banking world should pay attention if the Rockefellers trust XRP. The plan was carefully laid out inside Rockefeller's offices. Wealth managers said that diversification was no longer enough to protect riches that would last for generations. Digital assets, which were once thought to be risky or unusual, now offer a level of liquidity, openness, and speed that can't be found in traditional investments. XRP was great for a family whose finances are spread across countries because it combined the safety of a regulated ledger with cross-border use. This trust is meant to keep wealth safe, make money, and stay relevant in a financial world that is changing quickly. The consequences of the story are huge. For many years, old money meant stability based on the past, real assets, well-established businesses, and investment methods that had been used for a long time. When the Rockefellers give up their traditional holdings for XRP, it marks the end of an age. It's both a symbolic and useful support. In the future, wealth will be digital, spread out, and tied to the use of a global digital asset. Now, banks, investment companies, and financial advisors are rethinking how they do things, noticing that the financial tectonic rocks have moved under their feet. There is a lot of attention in the media. The Rockefeller XRP Trust is all over the news around the world, and old money is becoming digital. There are arguments going on all over social media. What does this mean for gold, the dollar, and the next wave of wealthy families? But there is one simple fact that stands out from all the guesswork. At this point, the world's wealth has changed hands. XRP is no longer a niche currency. Now it has everything to do with the past of one of the most powerful dynasties ever. The way the trust works is, well, just as amazing. The record keeps track of all of a family's XRP holdings, giving them a level of openness that has never been seen before for a family that has always valued privacy. Smart contracts that are automated are used to track, manage, and share wealth across generations. This makes sure that security is top-notch while still keeping everything running smoothly. Music. At the same time, the trust keeps the value of old money safe and integrates it into this new, more technologically advanced environment. The effect is really felt right away by banking institutions. Hedge funds, private equity firms, and sovereign wealth funds now know that a digital asset that was once seen as dangerous has been backed by one of the wealthiest and most conservative families in history. The value argument of XRP is more than just a guess. It turns into a way to keep your money safe, an asset for global payment, and a sign of your family's long-term financial plan. The $500,000 floor price for XRP is no longer just an idea. It has now become institutionalized. the way people think also changes. XRP was talked about on forums, bought and sold on platforms, and used by fans and small investors for years. Now it has the immaturity of history in it. The Rockefellers' move shows faith, safety, and certainty. It's easy to understand. XRP isn't a trend. The people who really decide how much money people have support this financial change. The world's markets respond quickly. Now, there is a digital asset that is institutionally confirmed on a scale that has never been seen before by central banks, regulators, and global financial institutions. XRP is used as a measure of digital wealth, to check how liquid something is, and as a strategic asset to spread out a portfolio. You should know that countries and businesses are starting to look at XRP for savings, managing their treasuries, and doing business around the world. All of them were influenced by the Rockefeller case. Strategic talks are still going on in the family office. No longer do people store their money in vaults or stocks. It is global, computerized, and can be programmed. As long as there is no inflation and no other standard financial problems, each XRP token will always be worth the same amount of money. Music. The trust is meant to protect wealth and give future generations the freedom to come up with new ideas, spend, and have an impact on global markets. The effect has a societal side as well. Tradition, family history, and privacy have always been important to old money. The Rockefellers' use of XRP shows that tradition and new ideas can go hand in hand. As they bravely move into the digital age, they keep their power. As more families, institutions, and advisors rethink their positions, a wave of adoption happens that makes XRP even more valuable and stable. The value of $500,000 in XRP is not just a number, it's a sentence. It says that digital assets are now a valid, even preferred way to store and pass on wealth from one generation to the next. There may still be traditional goods, but they are no longer the most important thing. XRP is now the most important thing in financial strategy because it connects old money to the technology that will power the future. As the months go by, the Rockefeller XRP Trust really does set a good example for others to follow.